then.
Probably. But also, I just, like, even if he was just, like, messy, why would you do
don't
that?
go into someone's locker and clean it for them. Nobody, that's, like, no, that's, like,
weird.
overstepping boundaries.
It's weird.
And then we're with Adam and Fiona, like, outside of school.
And Fiona missed Adam at the can drive thing.
Yeah, and Adam is really jealous and then starts lashing out at Fiona, who's really confused, and she's, like, over being in the middle between Drew and Adam.
Yep.
Which is fair.
And then we find out that Dave took a taser from his dad's car.
Yeah, and then the head b-ball boy is like, we gotta test this on someone. And I was like, no, don't you dare put that near Wesley. And I think Wesley comes over and, like, makes, like, a sick jester burn on Dave. And then Dave fucking shoots Wesley with the taser, which is extremely dangerous. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of accidental deaths that have to do with tasing people. Like, you're a fucking psychopath, Dave. Why are you tasing Wesley? This is awful.
It's insane.
It was crazy.
It is insane.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That was, like, the meanest thing that you ever could have done. And it was really dangerous. Like, you're, like, physically harming someone who was your friend to impress other friends. Like, that's
gross.
Psychotic.
I hate Dave.
I hate Dave so much. And then we're with Claire and her parents are like, we're going to share the house, and then we'll share the condo when we're not here.
Which is insane.
I'm like, why?
Who was pandering to their child this much?
She's not even going to live there. She's going to be there for 2 more years. Maybe it's because she's only going to be there for 2 more years.
That might actually be it. It might be that they're like, we only have to do this for a little bit longer. Yeah.
I mean, the divorce probably won't even be final for, like, another year or so. Anyway, sometimes that takes a long time. And then we're with Drew and Fiona.
And Fiona says, what's your brother's malfunction? And Drew says, depends who you ask.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, you don't know? And she's like, what? And then he's like, he's really nice.
Basically.
Like, you think he's gonna, like, be shitty and blow up his spot and out him without his permission, but then he doesn't because he's still, like, his brother. And he's like, oh, maybe I've been an asshole to my brother.
He's still usually a good brother.
Yes.
He just has his moments of being shitty.
Yeah. And then Eli's, like, in his car in the rain, and his mom comes in and is, like, trying to talk to him. And he's like, now she knows the real me. And I'm like, okay. That you're a hoarder? I mean, that's okay. And then it's like, he doesn't want to forget Julia, la la la. His mom is talking him through it. It's very nice.
He's so dramatically sitting in this hearse.
Oh, in the rain.
Is coming down. And then as soon as their conversation ends, the rain clears up.
Of course it does.
Really, guys? It's a little heavy-handed.
Breakthrough. And then, they were with Dave and Wesley, and I'm like, Dave, you do not deserve his forgiveness. And also, this eye for an eye plan is dumb. And then, so Dave is like, I'm so sorry, like, I shouldn't have done that. And then he's like, I'll let you tase me or something. And then Wesley's like, okay. And he's like, don't worry, it only hurts a lot. And then he doesn't actually tase him because he's a nice person.
Yeah, and then Dave also says, don't tase me, bro, which, like, remember that?
Yeah. And I'm like, and then he's like, we're even now. And I'm like, no, you're not.
They are not
Dave
even.
does not deserve your forgiveness, Wesley.
You
are too nice.
You're so good. You're too pure for this earth.
Yeah.
You and Connor just ditch Dave.
Dave is the worst.
He also brings nothing to the band.
No,
let's be real.
No. He just goes like, whoa. Oh. I don't remember the words.
They were bad.
And he also can't sing. You had to auto-tune him.
Heavily.
And then Eli is confiding in Claire about his hoarding.
As he's wearing, like, the most Johnny Depp Pirates of the Caribbean jewelry I've ever seen in my life.
And then he's like, my mom's gonna, like, telling me I'm gonna see a therapist. I'm like, yeah, you definitely need to see a therapist.
How is he not in therapy?
His girlfriend died. He should have been in it immediately.
Seriously.
And then he's like, I want you to not give up on me, lol. I don't know. And I think they're at her house, right? And she's like, you're stuck with me, just like you said that I was stuck with you. It's another, like, emotional Eclair moment, and they hug, and it's nice, and it's fine.
And also she admits to being eventually open to maybe having sex.
Yeah. And then we're with Drew, and
Oh, no, wait, no. The sex thing was later. Sorry.
we're with Drew, and I don't really remember. I just wrote down, now Drew's hooking Adam up, and he's being a better brother. And I guess, I don't really remember what happens. I guess
Me
he
neither.
must be with Fiona, and he's like, Adam's cool. Talk to him. I don't know.
Basically.
I really don't remember what happened. And then we're at the last scene.
Claire's helping Eli clean out his room, and that's when she's like, also maybe I would eventually have sex.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what to throw away. And she's like, if it means something, keep it. And then I was like, maybe throw away some of those popcorn tubs because you have a million of them.
Why?
And I know you will never use them again.
Why?
Let's start there, Eli.
Where is he getting enormous barrels of movie theater popcorn?
Maybe it was all the times we went to the movies with Julia. And he's like, no, I can never throw them away because Julia touched these.
What is with people on TV bringing popcorn back from the movie theater? We talked about this in an episode, but it still doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Never eat it again.
No, I've never walked out of a movie theater with leftover popcorn.
I have like a few times in like a long time, like when I went with my family and there was a lot left over, but nobody ever ate it. It was just like, oh, we shouldn't waste this, and then it's like, oh, no one's gonna eat it, we're just throwing it away anyway.
Exactly.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Anyway, yeah, and then I think she's like, I want you to have the watch, and then she's like, maybe we'll have sex one day or something. I don't know.
Kinda. That's the gist, and then it ends.
It's the vibe. And yeah, and then it's over, and then spirits go on crafting.
I'm going with
Eli for working through his shit.
I'm gonna go with Wesley for just being the only
pure.
blameless person in this entire episode.
Yeah. His one fault is being too nice, I guess. Ship. I guess Claire and... Actually, no, Adam and Fiona.
Adam and Fiona.
Moral. I don't know. Don't be an asshole.
Pretty much.
That
Don't
works
be
for
an
like
asshole.
most people in this episode. All right, sure. I guess we're gonna go with that for our moral. What kind of... I know we have a review.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to do the review? It's your turn, I think.
I know. I just need to think about it. All right. I got it. So, we have a review from CraigFan23. And...
Oh, maybe we should do Craig then.
I mean, we've done so many Craigs, but I had an Eli one in mind. Actually, no, I can refit it to Craig. Okay. So, I hope we haven't done this before. We've maybe done this before, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, you are in like a really cool vinyl store and some like really cool in Toronto, and you're like searching through all the stacks. You're trying to find like this one specific insert really cool band to you name here, and it's really rare, and you've been looking for it everywhere, and this is like your last hope, and you're thumbing through, and you notice this like really cute guy next to you who's like also kind of like looking in the same area as you, and you're both like kind of furiously looking. And then all of a sudden, you, like, find it, and then you both reach for the same super rare, whatever the fuck vinyl, and you're like, excuse me, I was here first, like, this is gonna be mine. He's like, oh, no, you don't understand, like, I need this for my collection. So you, like, kind of fight over it, and you eventually end up having to, like, flip a coin for it, and he ends up winning, and you're like, god damn it, where am I gonna find this thing? And he's like, I'm really sorry, but I really need this. And he like buys the thing, but he's like, hey, I feel bad. Why don't I like take you out for like a consolation coffee or something? And then you learn that this man is Craig Manning, and you guys headed off, and you're like, getting coffee, and you end up talking for like hours, and it's really great. And then you're like, all right, well, I better get going. Like, I gotta go take this bus over here. And he walks you to the bus stop, and as you're waiting for the bus to get there, he's like, hey, I had a really awesome time with you. Can I get your phone number? He's like, actually, no. He's like, I had a really awesome time with you. I think you should actually have this vinyl. Like, I can go look for it another time. Like, take the vinyl, and then he's like, and I left something in there for you. Like, look at it when you get on the bus. So you get on the bus and you open it up and you see that he wrote down his phone number on the record. And then you do with that what you will. You had a magical day with Craig. Maybe you call him and you go somewhere. Maybe you just want that special day held in your mind. But that's my fan fiction for you.
I love it.
All right. So I think that's all the grapevine we have.
Yeah.
It's a little lighter this week.
I like it.
All right. Well, if you would like to be on a future grapevine segment, you can tweet at us at DeGrassiPod. We're on Instagram at DeGrassiPod. You can email us at whateverittakespodcast@gmail.com. We're on Tumblr, whateverittakespodcast.tumblr.com. You can listen to us pretty much anywhere, but if you're on Apple Podcasts, if you could rate, review, and subscribe, that would be super cool. And if you leave us a review, you will get your own Degrassi-inspired fanfiction made up for you on the show, on the spot. And if you would like to follow me personally on Instagram and Twitter, it is at Hollandtacular.
And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at KelSucks with a Z at the end. And Holland, what do you want to recommend?
Did I recommend Victoria yet? The show?
I don't think so.
So I'm going to recommend Victoria. It is a show about a young Queen Victoria. It's like a Masterpiece Theater classic, whatever show, but it's on PBS. But the first season is on Amazon Prime. I watched the entire first season in a day last weekend when I was hungover, and it was great. And it's really good. I highly recommend it if you're into, like, period dramas. What about you?
Have I recommended Big Mouth?
I think so.
All right. So I'm not going to recommend Big Mouth, although I did just finish Big Mouth and Lovesick, and it was great.
Lovesick.
Oh my God, they were both really fun. So what I am going to recommend is this new podcast that I've gotten into lately. It is called, let me make sure I'm getting it right. It's called Atlanta Monster.
All right.
And it's really good. It's another true crime podcast, and it's all about, like, all these African American boys who went missing in, like, the 60s, and it's just, like, very complex and good. And that is it.
Cool. All right. Well, that is all that we have for you guys today. Thank you, as always, to Jay for our wonderful theme song, and thank all of you for listening. Goodbye, Panthers.
Bye, Panthers.